I want to talk today about the issue of vulnerability scanning. And there's a common little thing that we see organizations miss as a step to get it right. And that has to do with whether or not you put credentials or involve authenticated versus unauthenticated scanning when you're vulnerability scanning your network for misconfigurations, outdated software, and the like. On the issue of unauthenticated, the vulnerability scanner can only check those things that have open ports. And for an analogy, imagine those things being like in your house, you have open windows and open doors. If the software or service does not listen on a port, the vulnerability scanner cannot get any information, has no way to tell what software is vulnerable and what is not. In the image here, the top three, web servers, email servers, DNS servers, they all listen and have open ports. So the vulnerability scanner can send packets to those things and determine what kind of vulnerabilities do they have. However, if it does not have credentials to log into this asset and look at things like what is Microsoft Office, Adobe, Java, those things, those software packages don't listen on services. Therefore, your vulnerability scanning technology is completely blind to if there's vulnerabilities in those client-side applications. And in fact, about 50% of the vulnerabilities that we see statistically involve these client-side programs. Obviously, those are very prominent on workstations. The right way now, or the more successful way to do vulnerability scanning, is giving it credentials and the ability to actually log into the asset or the file system and look at the software that's actually running. Now we don't need every one of these things to be listening on a port or a service running. We can simply log into the system and look at things like the DLLs and all of the back-end software that's running there, and it will reduce false positives, and as you can see with the green here, indicates that we can tell if there's vulnerabilities or outdated software for things like Office, Adobe, Java. And again, the difference between authenticated and unauthenticated is whether or not your vulnerability scanner has a username and a password to be able to log into an asset to see all of the software that's on the system, whether or not it listens on a service. This is the right way where you can get a complete picture. This way you're at risk for attackers to be able to take advantage of these client-side applications. Thanks a lot.